Media facilitation and information dissemination. Disclaimer: this training material is for use in training of election officials. It should not be referred as guideline of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the Commission guidelines, rules, laws shall prevail. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, the participants will be able to know about the authority letter which are issued by the Commission to the media personnel. Understand the media facilitation and information dissemination. Underline the regulation and guidelines for media coverage during polling and counting. Media is not debarred from entering the returning officer's office at the time of filing of nominations. However, the number and manner of media's facilitation and access shall be decided by the returning officer concerned. Media persons having valid or signed authority letter issued by the Commission may enter into the polling station and counting center to cover polling and counting process. Sponsoring authority for issuance of authority letters are Principal Director General, Media and Communication, for media persons accredited by the PIB at national level. Director, Information and Public Relations or equivalent officer. Chief Electoral Officer of the state or union territory is concerned. The authority letter for entry into the polling stations is shown on the screen. The bearer of this authority letter shall at all times obeys all the directions of DO, RO, ARO, PO, SO, police officers on duty. The person should also carry photo ID card and visiting card issued by the organization which he or she represents. Media persons entering inside the polling station should not access any restricted document or interview anybody or create any disorder. If they do so, then the section 131 1B of RP Act 1951 acts. Section 131 1B of RP Act 1951 says, no person shall on poll day at any polling station shout or otherwise act in a disorderly manner within or at the entrance of the polling station or in any public or private place in the neighborhood thereof, so as to cause annoyance to any person visiting the polling station or to interfere with the work of the polling officers. If anyone violates this, then the penalty is imprisonment up to 3 months or fine or both. So no interview etc. will be taken in no campaign zone, that is 100-meter perimeter of the polling station on the day of poll. Coverage of actual polling inside the polling stations. Media persons not to being allowed to go near the polling compartment. Photographers not to take photographs of films which may violate the secrecy. How to take the photograph is shown on the screen. The valid ID card, that is authority letter, for the counting centers is shown on the screen. Number of passes for counting. For electronic media teams, not more than 2 passes should be given for one counting center. And it is emphasized that each individual member will need a separate authority letter. For print media, only 1 pass per news agency or a newspaper should be given. Procedure to apply for the authority letters and its issuance. The deadline to receive the duly sponsored request shall not be later than 15 days prior to the date of poll. Media persons with the authority letters can be allowed to enter the counting hall by the returning officer. They will be allowed inside the counting hall in very small numbers and in batches. The returning officer and other election-related officers will have full discretion regarding the entry of the media persons inside the counting hall, taking into account the situations. Mobile phones shall not be allowed to be taken inside the counting hall even by the media persons. No static camera, still or video of the media is allowed inside any counting hall. Only official photographer is allowed to do the recording. Under no circumstances, in whatever manner, the actual counting process should not be disrupted or hindered by the presence of the media persons inside the counting center. Establishment of media centers. During elections, for the purpose of disseminating election related information, media centers are set up in the office of the CEOs and DEOs. In this educational video, we have learned about the media information in dissemination centers. If you have any doubt or want any clarification, then you can contact to the mail as shown on the screen. For other videos on rules and regulations, you can visit the web address as shown. Thank you.